farmers. And that's the issue of the next presentation from Humberto Rios Labrada.
Yeah, I removed my mustache.
Yeah.
I went to the United States last week, so I had to avoid some Trump, you know, how it's Trump now.
Have you any passport? But okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, thank you very much. I think I'm really motivated with the previous talk. Really, I feel now more comfortable to see a lot of soldiers fighting against the decentralization. So thank you very much for inviting me here. So most of my work I did in Latin America. I'm living here in Europe for 2 years now. So my English is increasingly improving, accelerating. You know, it's moving so fast. Not in the way that I like it, because I'm living in Spain. It's the worst country of the world to learn English.
Italy is worse.
Well, we are competing each other. Well, I not talk about me. I will talk about Myko. So maybe most of you are asking, who is Myko? So Myko is one of the 11 million of Cubans living in Cuba. I'm living in Spain. I know Myko. It's the first thing. How was educated Myko? Well, Myko learned how to convert the forest into the savanna for producing milk and meat. How was educated, what kind of mindset was educated Myko? So all the money that the mother of Myko saved was to put Myko into the top, into the research square. So research are very intelligent, like us. Researcher, I'm sorry. Extension worker may be less intelligent. And of course, farmer are the brute. And what about consumer in the model that Myko was educated? Oh, forget about that. But you know pretty well what happened in 1989. The socialist country collapsed. Yeah, this is the figure that we had in Cuba at that time. Well, really terrible. Cuba was at that time the most agrochemical applier in all Latin American countries. So only United States was superior to Cuba in applying agrochemicals. Not all United States, 2 or 3 regions of the United States. Yeah. So what is the price of the gasoline today here in Freiburg? 1 liter. 130. So you can imagine next week will be 50. 1 liter. What happened? In the next week, the gasoline is increasing the price up to 50 euros a liter. Very simple. Yeah, it's happening in Cuba. But not only that, maybe the salary of most of you, in the case of Myko, was dropping down until $3 American a month. Was my first coffee when I arrived to Freiburg. So Myko had to play in the part to get some tips to cover family and PhD. But Myko realized in the middle of the crisis, the small farmer who the government was discriminating because they are very, very small, they are so brutal. They were living very happy, as never before, in the middle of the crisis. So Myko decided to learn from farmers. So the point is that the mother of Myko was really frustrated. Myko, I had spending all my life, all my money, to put you in the top, and now you decide to work with farmers? Whoa, what a contradiction. Okay, Mama. What did Myko promote? I was calling Myko to Cuba last night, and I asked him, please let me know three, four strong points to share with the audience here. The first is diversity seed fair, like an open source model. Myko took 1,000 seeds, different types of seed. They plant one close to other, and invite for the first time in the history of Cuba to farmers to choose whatever they want to choose. No way. So the farmer choose the variety that they want to grow and take back to home. And what was the reaction when all this critical mass of farmers took back all this diversity of seeds? Please, who of you have been able to fall in love at least one time in life? In my case, 1, 2, 3, 4, I cannot. One time, from the pet. Who have been fall in love? One time in life. In my case, 4. I only count right, 3. Oh, come on. Are you organic human beings? Who are you? Frankenstein? What are you asking? I'm sorry. Who are you have been falling in love at least one time in life? At least. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you are organic. Yeah, sorry. It's the same reaction when all those farmers took back home this diversity of seed and they buy to neighbors to see the love that they discover. They plant all diversity and invite the rest of the farmer. Not only farmer, the policymakers as well. In Cuba at that time was forbidden to say the word businesses and markets, because the people, they supposed to work because by conscience. You know, the conscience has a limit. But the farmers are very smart. They say, no, we will not talk about market. We will talk about innovation festival. Yeah. So all the really excellent product that they were able to produce, they put on the table, and they say, come on, come and buy. That's all. But the most important point that Myko talked to me yesterday, please point out about the learning in action. Because Myko realized that the most of the scientists in Cuba were prepared to make chemical formula, to command people instead of to build up together a collective action to transform the reality, the new reality. So to change the mindset, it was really hard at that time. So Myko created the agrobiodiversity pollinators. It's like a bees. To create this kind of capacity was very important, was crucial for Myko. This kind of person with this capacity to move from one flower to other flower, from one business to other, and to cross-fertilize the system. So agrobiodiversity pollinators spread dozens, hundreds, crop varieties, and promoted farmer trials all over the island. In the past, the trial was made in the experimental station of the government. And now, on that time, it's growing in the different fields managed by small farmers. Hundreds of small experimental stations emerged. Zero public cost. Zero. So Myko said, oh, come on. I was asking to Myko to explain me a little bit in detail what is the meaning of to create this critical mass of person. And he said, look, it's simple. For example, year one, 30 agrobiodiversity pollinators were trained. Each agrobiodiversity pollinator bring on board 5 small farmers. So there are 150 champion farmers. Plus 20 representatives of research and development organization on value food change, because something new starts, and some champion from the different stakeholders, they say, okay, something happened, my curiosity is killing me. So let me see what's going on. I'm going to cooperate with you. This is equal to 170 catalyzer. So each catalyzer were able to bring on board 8 new small farmers. In year 2, 1,360 champion farmers were involved. Plus, of course, 30 agrobiodiversity pollinators, plus 60 representatives of research and development organization, because in the previous year, they said that something had been working. So I really want to be in the process. This equal to this amount, 1,450 catalyzers. If this amount of catalyzers bring on board 8 small farmers, this is the amount. This is a chain reaction. And this is the real, what happened in the reality. So Myko started in 2000 with 25 farmers. In the landscape in 2010 was more than 50,000 farmers involved in the process. When the government realized, it was a little bit too late for them. Well, at the beginning was considered Myko like a crazy guy. How you can convert to transform reality with a small package of seeds. What has been the result? Simple. This is Monsanto seed, or relative to Monsanto. In Cuba, we have Monsanto. The government is investing a lot of money in Monsanto, in that. And they are not able to invest money on that. For example, how was increased the crop diversity? So tomatoes, in one specific region, 3 varieties. After the process, 42. Maize 4, 52. Beans 5, 998. Rice 6 variety before, and afterward 45. Oh, the champion farmers start to be recognized. Even the young generation involved in the process, the girl of the community, they say, oh, you are experimenting. He says, yeah, oh, you are a good guy. And money. And this is a very simple table which shows, for example, I'm sorry, I'm old-fashioned. This is a yield. I'm talking about squashes. This is the yield when the conventional seed is used. Seed 8 tons per hectare. The same yield when the seed of the farmer involved in the breeding process. to produce this amount, it required 70 millions of kilocalories, and the farmer only required 4 million. They lose 462 pesos, and farmer win 372. So at the end of the day, in the middle of the communist country, behind every champion farmer, we discover one or more business models. Innovation Festival. So Myko applied that in Bolivia, Mexico, and with some limitation. The first one, the project coordination of this project, they could not control the process. They grew in the controlling system, controlling everything. The social government organization were a little bit skeptical with the word businesses, because capitalism, this is imperialism. And the pharmaceutical sector only recognized, even in Bolivia, who defend the Pachamama, only recognized the improved seed by professional breeder. But the interesting thing, in the majority of this country, more than 80% of the seed are flowing belong to the informal sector, thanks to God. Yeah, I'm finalizing. The very interesting thing, the farmers were so happy, mainly the female. So some lesson that I learned, I will not to discuss now. I only want to say that simplicity is very important, and to include this kind of approach into education system is crucial for the change. When plant breeders like me are leading the plant breeding business, bureaucracy increase, and businesses are getting far away. On the contrary, when the farmer are the champion, everything is better. Everything is better. Sorry. I have an offering on the table. You like? No, it's up to you.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. Unfortunately, it was a little bit longer, and we have now to move, so we cannot answer any questions.